Small NATO country. 24,000 active troops. Budget fraction of major powers, yet military analysts suddenly whispering Portugal's name Arctic security discussions. Why? Because controls something more powerful than headlines. Position. Mid-Atlantic runway changes transatlantic operations. 1.7 million square kilometre ocean to patrol. 2 submarines operating under Arctic ice. NATO hitting 2% spending target 2025, 3 years ahead schedule. Question isn't whether Portugal can punch above weight. Question, should NATO rely Portugal more? Answer fast. Starting 2 headline truths. The geography superpower. Portugal controls Azores. Home Large Field. One most strategically placed airbases Earth. Sits middle Atlantic like stepping stone between continents. 3,314-metre runway. Refuel, divert, staging node US Allied airlift. Fighters, humanitarian flights. US presence leaner than decade ago. But base remains transatlantic hinge NATO partners. Think world's best in case emergency break glass runway. Not glamorous, absolutely vital. Geography doesn't just matter. Geography is power. Portugal sits edge Europe facing Atlantic. But real prize, Azores. These islands right middle Atlantic, between Europe, North America, between NATO reinforcements, aircraft refuel there. Navies pass through there. Subsea cables run beneath waters. Any conflict involving Arctic North Atlantic, if don't control Atlantic, don't control outcome. Portugal controls that gateway. 1.7 million square kilometre exclusive economic zone. Third largest U, among biggest Earth. Plus pending extended continental shelf claim could push jurisdiction toward 4 million square kilometres. That's not map flex. That's patrols. Fisheries enforcement. Undersea cables. Maritime domain awareness. Oceanic backyard-sized small continent. Plain English. Enormous sea watch. Navy's job never peacetime only. The money talks. NATO 2025 estimates show Portugal 2.00% mark. Early government planned 2029. More importantly, Lisbon spending increasingly aimed real capabilities. Transport, maritime patrol, cyber, short-range air defence. Budget moved from keep lights on to buy things move needle. Extra billion 2025 pushed forward equipment people. On paper, numbers. In practice, aircraft delivered, radars turned on, crews trained, overtime paid, defence spending rising, modernisation accelerating, cyber defence, unmanned systems, naval surveillance, rapid deployment forces. Portugal preparing next war, not last one, not weak, not irrelevant, not passive. Keystone state. Remove it, Europe's Atlantic defence collapses. That's not opinion. That's geography logistics. The naval power. If Portugal has superpower, water. On paper, Portuguese Navy modest. 5 frigates, 2 Tridente-class Ape submarines, growing OP-V fleet, auxiliaries. In practice, Network Portugal plugs in to make ships matter. Navy hosts Repmus Dynamic Messenger exercises Troia Sesimbra. NATO's premier robots at Sea Lab. Allied subs frigate swarms unmanned systems experiment together. Not sideshow, how maritime warfare will fought. Distributed. Attributable. AI assisted. Portugal didn't try mini France. Chose be NATO's Atlantic specialist. September 2025, Portuguese submarine NAP Tridente operates alongside us New Mexico during Dynamic Messenger/Repmus. Testing teaming unmanned systems. Stealthy diesel-electric sub-orchestrating robots extend reach. Country 2 submarines, that's how multiply force without buying 10 more boats. Other boat NAP ARPO just did something headline-worthy. 70-day NATO deployment Arctic, including under ice operations. Diesel-electric Ape submarine from Lisbon. Like marathon altitude. Proof boats crews trained serious Atlantic missions. Not just coast guarding. On paper, 2 submarines. In practice, 2 very skilled scalpels. Surface fleet, 5 frigates capable aging. Midlife work incremental upgrades keeping relevant. Portugal doubled down offshore patrol vessels, adding 6 more Viana do Castelo class units police giant ease. Not carrier task groups, Persistent presence fisheries control SAR hybrid threats Atlantic. OPVs right casting. Portuguese warships patrol Atlantic. Tracking submarines. Protecting shipping lanes. Guarding undersea cables. Digital arteries modern world. Not ceremonial defence, real work. The Air Force Modernization. Portuguese Air Force, where 2% really shows. Lisbon ordered 6th KC-390 Millennium. Celebrated delivery 3rd aircraft mid-2025. Not just cargo jet, Swiss Army plane, airlift, tanker, medevac, airdrop. Built Embraer deep Portuguese industrial DNA. Portugal first European operator now anchoring KC-390 ecosystem Europe. Training Beja. Ogmas Rolmra. Question. Planning NATO operation. How much rely large plus KC-390s move kit fast across pond? Probably more than think. Add A29N Super Tucano. Portugal launched customer NATO standard variant. Aimed training light ISR permissive airspace tasks. First deliveries landed December 2025. Embraer discussing assembly line Portugal. On paper, turboprop trainer. In practice, low-cost way build pilot throughput. Keep higher-end jets free hard stuff. Maritime patrol, Portugal acquired 6 ex-German P-3C Orions. Plus SIMSMLU kits. Investing modernize 5 of them. Link 16 crypto updates. ACE. Acoustic system upgrades. Translation, more airframes. More sensors, life left fleet. Country 1.7 million square kilometres ocean watch, not optional. Oxygen. Combat Air F-16M fleet remains tip spear. 2025 clear on paper versus in practice case study. On paper, small detachment 4 F-16s Murray Baltic air policing. In practice, surge week late May. Portuguese pilots flew daily scrambles. Executed roughly 20 intercepts Russian aircraft. Flying without flight plans transponders near Baltic airspace. Not symbolic duty. Real deterrence. Small Air Force shows up. Portuguese pilots regularly conduct air policing missions. Intercepting unidentified aircraft, responding real-world alerts. Protecting Allied airspace. The land forces. Portugal's army practical getting sharper. Headline, artillery. Lisbon signed framework agreement buy up 36 Caesar NG-155 mm wheeled howitzers by 2034, replacing ancient towed guns, giving army modern fast-shooting long-range punch. Plain language, truck-mounted long-range artillery. Exactly capability NATO learned needs more of. Armour, Leopard 2A6 fleet limited number. Few tanks lighter after Portugal donated 3 Ukraine early war. Upgrades maintenance partnerships Germany ends help keep remainder ready. On paper, boutique MBT fleet. In practice, enough heavy punch brigade if supported modernised. Not mass armour army. Mobility survivability improving. Panda 2 8x8 fleet heading midlife upgrade. Remote weapon stations. Better comms battle management. Protection tweaks. Army knows combat videos taught everyone digital backbone counter UA's important steel. Boring procurement language saves lives. Air defence, gap filled. Old Chaparral's history. Portugal needed modern agile way SWAT drones low flyers. Enter Thales Force Shield. Chosen via Spa. Very short-range mobile anti-drone anti-helicopter shield. Integrating sensors command software effectors like Starstreak LME Rapid Ranger launchers. Won't stop cruise missiles 70 kilometres, will make quadcopters profoundly sad. Matters 2026. The Cyber A&D Unmanned Edge 74840. Reference https:/www.youtube.com/watch. VSAW i7 Tyne https:/www.youtube.com/watch. Portugal's cyber game not flashy. Real. Cyber Defence Operations Command trains NATO Cyber Coalition. Country continues plug CC Deco led doctrine training ranges. Invisible layer protects comms logistics software. Even robots Repmus. Industry not just subcontracting, exporting. Tiever just secured new 30 million MESI contract maritime surveillance drones across European waters. Ogma's role KC-390 ecosystem keeps high-value aerospace work home. Myth bust. Portugal not consumer state. Contributor. Especially Atlantic unmanned niches. The search A&D rescue reality. Those SAR calls not abstract. July 26, 2025, Air 101 Merlin crew lifts off medevac sailor container ship Zim Luanda Miles Atlantic. Mission only hear about if family waiting hospital. Pilot ringing helicopter Atlantic weather. 1 month later, another Merlin hoists 11 shipwrecked sailors' safety near Azores. Human side Atlantic specialist saving lives see that big. The historical context 9/30/10/30. Reference https:/www.youtube.com/watch vsli72111 untps/www.upnpxjf5 hro24353. Portugal didn't wake up strong accident. One oldest nation states Earth. Over 800 years continuous borders. Doesn't happen being weak. During Reconquista, Portugal fought larger kingdoms survived. Secured independence through strategy, not numbers. Then came moment-changed world. Portugal didn't join age exploration. Portugal invented it. Portuguese soldiers, sailors fought wars across Africa, Asia, Americas. Same time defended ports thousands kilometers home. Controlled trade routes decided global power. Centuries Portugal punched above weight won. Military culture never disappeared, evolved. After World War II, critical decision. Alliance over empire. Portugal founding member NATO. Choice transformed military doctrine. No reckless wars, no solo campaigns. Maximum interoperability, maximum reliability. Became ally everyone wants, no one wants lose. Today, Portuguese forces deploy regularly NATO UN missions. Peacekeeping, maritime security, air policing, rapid response, not photo ops, operational deployments. Portugal shows up. Portugal performs. Portugal earns trust. The constraints. Fast, clear, honest. 3 headline weaknesses. Air defense depth. Portugal fixing lowest rung force shield. Medium range coverage still coalition level dependency. Plain terms, great killing drones near force. Not built stock cruise missile zone. Aging frigates work. Not new. Sustaining readiness planning replacements tightrope. Atlantic won't get smaller. Manpower, like many allies, Portugal runs lean. Upside, efficiency. Downside, surge capacity. NATO tables estimate around 25,000 active personnel. Fine commitments, every exercise deployment juggling act. The verdict, how insanely powerful Portugal's military 2026? Powerful ways coalitions actually use, not top 5 spender. Top tier multiplier. Measure not tank brigades, by sorties supported. Ships guided, seas surveilled, scrambles flown. People spend week May chasing plots Baltic radar. Turnaround fly night medevac Atlantic weather July. Spectrum symbolic warfighting, Portugal sits enabler warrior band. Closer warfighting most assume. Best asset scale allies. Airlift refueling move team. Maritime patrol sees field. Submarines exercises shape tomorrow's tactics. Mid-ocean airbase keeps transatlantic bridge open good weather bad. Plain English, Portugal won't fight major war alone. But definitely want Portugal's side when due. Not superpower. Doesn't need be. Just needs keep doing unglamorous things make coalitions unstoppable. Keep runway open. Tankers loaded. Patrol planes scanning, subs sneaky, robots learning. That's network power. That's Portugal 2026. Portugal doesn't issue threats because doesn't need. Real power quiet. While others argue online, Portugal invests. This isn't fantasy. This isn't hype. This reality. Which small NATO military should profile next? Do you think boutique specialization like Portugal's Atlantic plays smarter model allies under 50,000 troops? Planning NATO op plan tomorrow? Where put largest whiteboard? Center or margin?